everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. In today's Pick a Card reading, we are looking at what lessons are you meant to learn in this lifetime. Once you choose your card, you can find the timestamps in the description box below, which will take you directly to your reading. And if you ever want to book a private reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is also linked in the description box below. Let's get some cards for you. Okay, what lessons for pile number 1, what lessons are they meant to learn in this lifetime? And for pile number 2, what lessons are they meant to learn in this lifetime? For pile number 3, what lessons are they meant to learn in this lifetime? Okay, pile number 1, you have abundance, and your stone is green Aventurine. Pile number 2, you have keep trying, and your stone is Sodalite. Pile number 3, you have no expectations, and your stone is Apatite. Please take as long as you need choosing your card or cards, and I will see you in your readings. Hello, pile number 1. You have the green Aventurine. And this is your card, abundance. You have the whale here. So what I feel with this card is that in this lifetime, one of your lessons that you are supposed to learn is to stay positive during difficult times and know that you are protected, okay? Not only are you protected, but you're being divinely guided to what you perceive as abundance, whatever abundance is to you in your life, whether that's being in a happy relationship, having a successful career, living somewhere that you really love. So, and whatever else you could possibly think of, whatever abundance means to you, you're supposed to stay positive. You're supposed to take the path of least resistance. If you're trying to accomplish something and you're coming upon things that are causing resistance, and this is happening over and over and over and over again, then realizing, using your intuition to realize that maybe you need to change your path just a little bit, or maybe you need to figure out what's not working and how you can replace those things so that you will reach your abundance. And also trusting that the universe is helping to guide you to where you're supposed to be. Okay, let's look at your other oracle cards and see what else we can get for you. Okay, for pile number 1, what lessons are they meant to learn in this lifetime? Freedom. Well, I think freedom and abundance go together. And also with the whale and the bird here, it's like I get like a certain level of freedom with these two things, where the whale has the freedom to swim wherever they want in the ocean, and the bird has the ability to fly wherever they want in the sky. So I feel like what I get from that is freedom from your emotions, freedom, being able to kind of see outside of your emotions and kind of see a bigger picture of why certain things aren't working, or how do you achieve what you want? What is getting in your way? Are your emotions getting in your way? If you come upon things, setbacks, something like that, do you just want to give up? And then you wonder, why am I not getting what I want? Or are you repeating the same lessons? Let's say if your abundance is finding the perfect partner, and maybe you've been dating for a while and you keep coming upon the same type of relationship that is just not working for you. It's just not what you want. Well, is there a reason why you're attracting or attracted to that same kind of person? And we could reverse that and say it's the same situation for, let's say you're trying to find the perfect job and you keep finding yourself in jobs that look perfect in the beginning, but then once you're there for a couple months, you realize that it's not exactly what you thought it was going to be. So kind of getting freedom from certain things that you're possibly repeating and trying to figure out why you keep finding yourself in these situations. And also freedom from getting caught up in that and being able to see above that and see what you can do differently. Okay. Well, I think this one wants to come out, so let's just take it. Okay. Enchantment. This makes me feel like, this takes me back to what I was just saying. For some of you, if you're having a problem reaching your abundance, why is that happening? Are you being enchanted by the way things look? And you're getting caught up in that, and you're not really exploring underneath the surface before moving forward with these certain things. So let's say that let's say you're looking for the perfect job, and time after time after time, like I just said, it looks great on the surface, it looks great on paper, but you're not really digging deep into what the company stands for, how do former employees feel about the company, or, what is, like, what are you actually going to be doing there? Does it line up with what you want? Same thing for a relationship, because sometimes the universe will, when we say we want something, the universe will say, okay, are you sure? And then they will kind of package a situation that looks better than the previous one you were just in, but it's actually the same thing. So kind of digging deeper. Are you doing that? Or are you just kind of feeling like, oh, well, I'll be able to mold it into what I want. I'll be able to make it this or make it that. When ultimately, it's not really where I'm going to find my abundance. But the desperation or the need to find that abundance is so great that you're not able to detach from that. Does that make sense? And so you keep, I'm not saying you do, I'm just saying that it's like jumping into the same thing over and over again. And so what Spirit is saying is to, first of all, stay positive. And if you're going into situations that end up being the same thing over and over and over again, that's when you need to kind of detach a little bit and figure out, why are you being attracted to the same thing? And so once you can do that and figure that out, that's how you're going to reach your abundance. So let's look at your other oracle cards. What else can you tell us for pile number 1? What lesson are they meant to learn in this lifetime? Fellow travelers, support is all around you. So I feel like your spirit guides are definitely trying to give you signs. They're trying to guide you on the right path. You see there's a path here. And so, again, this is listening to your intuition. This is trusting that things can change for you. That, yes, you can find your abundance. And that you don't have to keep repeating the same patterns again. So I'm feeling like there's a sense of tuning into your spirit guides, the universe, meditating kind of clearing your mind first. But because for some of you, what I'm getting is that, and I'm going to take this card because it's coming out on the bottom, so we'll look at that one in a minute. For some of you, I feel like when you're in a particular situation and you realize that it's not working for you and that you are not going to find your abundance there, then for some of you, you just want to jump into something else that might be where you will find your abundance, because you become enchanted with, oh, this new thing might be what I've been looking for, and jumping right into it without really analyzing and realizing that you keep repeating the same lesson. So does that make sense? So really with this card, it's like your spirit guides are trying to help you, trying to guide you, because they want you to be successful. They want you to have this abundance that you want in your life. So it's like what I'm getting is quieting the mind, calming down, thinking before jumping into something. Great adventure, take a risk and venture forward. Okay, so with this card, immediately I got that there is safety in kind of repeating the same thing over and over and over again. Some of you may have a fear of success. Some of you may have a fear of, okay, well, when I get this abundance, how do I keep this abundance? Some of you may also feel like you want it, but do you really deserve it? And so Spirit here is saying, just take a risk. Try to think outside the box. Really visualize what you want. Don't focus on what you don't want, because if you focus on what you don't want, that's what you're actually going to end up attracting. So take a risk, venture forward on your true path to abundance. I hope that makes sense, because I'm trying to say it like what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling. So I hope that's making sense for you. Let's look at your tarot cards and see what else we can find out for you. Okay, for pile number 1, what lesson are they meant to learn in this lifetime? The King of Swords. Yeah, so definitely something that you're meant to learn in this lifetime is to slow down a little bit, analyze things a little bit more, really get into the core of the issue. If you are coming up against resistance, are you trying to make something happen with the wrong elements? Like, what is it? So this also tells me that you will have your abundance. You will have this freedom that you want. It's just going to take you slowing down a little bit. Remember when I talked about jumping into things? Partly because you just so badly want to get out of this situation right here that you become enchanted with something else, and so you just leap into it. For some of you, this is just what Spirit is telling me. And it's like you kind of jumping from one thing to another so that you don't have to deal with the core issue. That's what Spirit is telling me, is like getting past like there's something that you seem to be avoiding, which is like, why take a risk? Why that can be scary. So what are you avoiding? What do you need to pinpoint so that you can change this pattern? We have the Six of Swords. Yes. So this is scary, right? This person looks a little worried that they're not going to make it to the other side here. And so this really represents what I've been seeing, is that you're over here and your abundance is over here. You see there's no flowers here, but there's flowers on this side. Can you see that? Let me bring this closer to you. So there's flowers here, but there's no flowers over here. And so it's like really tuning into your intuition and learning and kind of listening to those feelings, those possible flags, red flags, where they're saying, this is kind of the same situation that you just left. And so here, what we're seeing when we start thinking like the King of Swords, when we slow things down, when we really analyze things and cut things out of our lives that we no longer want there, once we learn that and then we are brave, we take a risk and we start walking away from what's not working and walking toward that abundance that we see with the flowers here, which is what you want. And so it's like being brave and taking that chance and moving forward. And I see you doing it. I see that it's really possible. It's kind of just like taking that deep breath and then just doing it. We have the Queen of Cups. Yes, this is you getting exactly what you want. This is you gaining control of your emotions before you take action. This is you no longer being enchanted by things that aren't meant for you so that you can find your abundance. This is abundance here. Do you see here? You think about things, you slow things down, you get clarity on things, you cut things out that no longer belong in your life, things that are blocking you from your abundance, right? And then here we actually see these thoughts taking action. And then here, you're sitting there thinking, wow, I actually did it. I took that risk, I ventured forward, and now I have everything that I want. I'm very balanced, I'm happy, I'm in control of my life now. And also, once you get to this point, then this becomes easier, where you're so tuned into your intuition, and it's like you will never allow another situation like that to be in your life again, something that was never supposed to work out for you. And so this is leading you to this abundant life that you want. Happiness, fulfillment. The Knight of Cups, yes. It's like now you're going after what you really want. Now your intuition is even more heightened. Your sense of direction. You see this person just moving forward. There's no question here. Do you see here this person is kind of questioning, kind of wondering, looking at something almost like, is it yes? Is it no? Maybe, I don't know. You see there's a lot of questions here, but not here. This person is going forward with what they want, determination, and it's a slower progression moving forward now. Really tuning into feelings to see, how do I feel about this? Your emotions are really, really tied into this lesson here. Really listening to your emotions, to your intuition. Then we have the Ace of Discs, which is the Ace of Pentacles. This is your abundance. Look at all these flowers. Remember here we just saw 2 flowers, but what else is over here on the other side of this card that we can't see? Because I think it's this. I think it's the Ace of Pentacles, where you're moving toward an idea. You are pursuing something that's actually going to bring you to abundance this time, because you cut these other things out of your life. So it's like you get your thoughts are clear, your emotions are clear. You have a clearer picture of how to move forward, how to visualize and manifest exactly what you want. And that's when we have here the Great Adventure card, where success is there just waiting for you. This abundance is there waiting for you. Okay. We have the Nine of Swords. So again, this makes me think that, remember earlier I said it's like you want the abundance, but for some of you, you may have a fear of this abundance. Almost like, well, when I get it, how do I keep it? Or what if I take a wrong step? What if I make a wrong move along the way? What if? And it keeps you up at night. It's like, well, yes, this is exactly what I want. I'm going to start moving forward toward it. And then it's kind of like, I feel like some of you may self-sabotage. You may not think you're worthy of it for whatever reason, but you are worthy of it. You are. And so I think that could be why Spirit was showing me that you, some of you may be kind of repeating the same thing over and over and over again. And also another thing Spirit is telling me is to be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up. You know, if you make mistakes along the way, or if you are repeating the same thing over and over and over and over again, it's not your fault, okay? It's just that you need to look at things a little bit different and kind of like just analyze things a little bit different, and maybe try to figure out, you know, why am I thinking about things this way? Why am I allowing these situations or these people to kind of take me away from my abundance? Does that make sense? Then we have the Four of Wands. Can you see that? Let me see here. Okay. This is the success. This is your abundance. This is what, remember I told you that you will be successful. I see it here. It's literally in your cards here. The only thing that's holding you back is some kind of fear, or maybe you're worried, oh, I don't want to get into that same type of situation again that I've done over and over and over again. Okay, well, what have you missed? So we need to clear all this fear out and figure out, what is it that I've missed? Why am I being enchanted by things instead of seeing the real picture? So just kind of like calming down and looking at things a little bit differently, getting a different perspective. And once you do that, or maybe you've already done this, that's when you have success. That's when you have celebration. And that's when we come to the Queen of Cups, where you will never go back to that. Because then you know, oh, okay, now I know how I was looking at things differently. Or maybe some of you fear like, well, I'm in this situation, maybe if I go into something else it won't be as good, even though this isn't really that good to begin with. It's almost like a fear of, is the grass greener on the other side? Because I haven't been to the other side and I don't know, right? But what if it is? See here, remember the flowers here? They're not here where you came from, but they're on the other side. And then on the other side is where you have your abundance. We have the Two of Wands. Yes. So the Two of Wands is someone who really thinks about things, who evaluates things, who looks at each direction that they could go in. Really, really listening to your intuition. Look at the moon here. Clearing the clouds. You see the clouds on the bottom here? Clearing the clouds, clearing the fog, seeing things for what they really, really are. And also looking at things each step forward, right, is you're trying to move away from this kind of thought process that you had before, and moving away from that and being brave and knowing that, yes, you can do this. And understanding all of the details of this path over here and all of the details of this path over here. And really sitting with your feelings and saying, how do I really feel about this? What is my body trying to tell me about this versus this over here? And then making a move. The Page of Swords. Yes. With the Page of Swords, this is someone who is gathering all the information, who is thinking about all of the possibilities. But this is also someone who might move a little too quickly. So someone who might become enchanted by the way something looks or the way something sounds, or, you know, just any of those distractions. So what Spirit is telling us here is that, yes, when you make a decision, move forward with confidence. Don't let anything get in your way. But before you make that decision, with the Queen of Cups, slow down a little bit. In the traditional deck, the Queen of Cups is actually kind of examining a cup and really looking at all sides of that cup. That's what you need to do before you make your decision. Once you have a solid decision in place, once you know I'm no longer being enchanted by certain details or elements of a situation, no matter what it is, a job, a new relationship, moving somewhere, you know, really anything, then you move forward. Look at that, the Sun card. Did I not tell you that I see you getting your abundance? I see you getting everything that you want, because the Sun card here is exactly that. The Sun card, the sun is shining on your endeavors. The sun is shining because you've learned these lessons. You're moving forward with these lessons, and things are, they're starting to work out for you. You're with the two people holding hands here, because on the traditional Sun card, it's just typically a child riding a horse and the sun is shining down. And here we have two people holding hands, and this is actually a unicorn. And also the unicorn makes me think of these funnels here, which is your dream coming true. This is you and your dream, your abundance, and that it's coming true here. And then with the two people holding hands here, this represents a perfect, to me, this represents a perfect union of what it is that you want. Okay, you're no longer being enchanted by the way something looks or the way someone says something is, when it's not really that way. And so you have great success here. So just don't forget that. You literally, your success it's right there waiting for you. We have the High Priestess, yes. So the High Priestess is, to me, the most intuitive card in the deck. This is you listening to your intuition. This is you finding balance with your intuition. This is gathering info. Remember when I talked about you don't have, in some situations, I feel like you don't have all the information to move forward with that situation. So the High Priestess card is a slower moving card. There's a piece of information that I think you have been lacking in prior situations where there was a sense of enchantment and you just went forward, or you were so desperate to get out of a prior situation that you just jumped into another situation, because doing that is more comfortable than sitting with yourself and figuring out, why do I keep repeating these lessons? Right? So here we're slowing down. We're thinking about things, gathering details, figuring out, why am I doing this over and over and over again? Okay. And let's look at your last card. We have the Eight of Wands. That's a cool card to have here in your reading. So the Eight of Wands is all about movement forward, and this is quick movement. And so what I see here is that once you confront your fears that you have here, these fears that are somehow connected to the abundance that you want, once you can break through these fears and get to the other side and slow down a little bit until you fully analyze, until you look at every single little detail, till you get all of your questions answered, and then move forward with confidence. Once you do all of that, I see you getting your abundance very, very quickly. The Eight of Wands is a very fast-moving card. So this is what I see here, and I see you getting exactly what you want here, and I see it happening very quickly once you kind of clear out this here and why you're being enchanted by certain things. So I hope that made sense to you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can always click the bell to be notified of future videos if that resonates with you. And if you would ever like to book a private reading, you can find the link for my website in the description box below. Thank you. Hello, pile number 2. You have the Sodalite stone, and you have keep trying. So with keep trying, what I get here is that, first of all, you're not supposed to give up because you are going to get what you want. It might be slightly different than what you have in mind now. However, the way that it's going to be different is that it's going to be even bigger and greater than what you have in your mind for what you want. So if you've had any setbacks or anything that you perceive as a failure or something didn't work, I feel like all of these things, this has been a blessing in disguise. And I feel like, like there were learning lessons within those things that will help you get to a point of what it is that you want, but it's going to be so much greater, so much better than the original idea. So I feel like your lesson is to keep going. Don't look at things as failures or this didn't work out, or maybe let's just say, because for some of you, this just came into my mind where maybe you went into a career, you went to college, university, and then you started a career and you worked in that career for 2 years, 5 years, and then it just kind of fizzled out. Your enthusiasm for it just kind of fizzled, and now you feel like you have to start over. And I feel like for some of you, there's a sense of like failure, or, oh, I wish I could have made that work, or is something like that, which could even be for like a relationship or something. And it's like, well, I guess I have to keep trying. I have to start over. I have to do this. I have to do that. And so what the universe is saying is don't look at it that way. It's like you got everything that you could out of that situation, and now it's time for you to move on. Or for those of you that are trying to do something and you're like trying to get it done and it's not quite working exactly how you want it to work, the universe is saying, don't worry, because the universe has a plan for you and it's going to work out even better. So don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your ideas, because things are all going to come together for you. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 2? What lessons are pile number 2 meant to learn in this lifetime? Centering, yes. So when things aren't working out, like when timing isn't working out exactly as you thought it was, exactly as you wished it was, or wished it would work, don't become off balance. Do you see here this person actually has wings back here? Don't let that clip your wings. Okay, you're still gonna fly. It's just not quite your time yet. All of the details haven't lined up. You may need to tweak things. And the reason why is because the universe is guiding you to something better. So don't give up. Don't give up on yourself or your ideas. Okay, what else do we have? Compassion. I feel here that this is you wanting to give up. And Spirit is saying, don't give up. You still have wings. You're still going to fly. Look at the spirit guide up here, wanting to just give you a hug and tell you where you're about to go is going to be so much better than the original idea that you had. Do you see how your cards line up here with this? Even if you don't look at the word here, but look at keep trying. And this person down here wants to give up. This is literally the universe telling you don't give up. So I think for you, like one of your biggest lessons in this lifetime is, first, for one reason or another, you might have a more difficult life in this lifetime. And it's like, building your strength, building your resolve. Don't give up. Even though your life may have been very, very difficult up to this point, for some reason, that's one of your lessons, that don't forget that you have wings and you're still gonna fly. So trying to stay balanced and not getting down on yourself too is another thing that I'm getting. Like, don't beat yourself up. Don't forget your vision, because it's still gonna happen. It's just the way the universe is working. The universe is trying to make it even better than what you had imagined, because that is the plan. And look at here, look at all this bright sunshine here. Good things are coming to you. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 2? What lessons is pile number 2 meant to learn in this lifetime? Grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense, because when we're manifesting things, when we are, these kind of came out too, so I'm going to look at those. Okay. When we're manifesting things, and when things don't work out exactly as we wanted, or when things fall through, we could tend to feel like this, right? But what Spirit is saying here is to have gratitude for what you do have, because that is the first step to manifestation, is having gratitude, right? Being thankful for the opportunity to manifest something, being grateful for, whatever is in your life, being grateful for having another chance, because you still have wings, right? So not giving up. You're going to keep trying. And so being grateful for the fact that you can keep trying. Okay? Cleansing waters, purification activates vibrant life force. Yes. So cleansing this energy, this feeling of wanting to give up. Remember, here we have centering, and now we have cleansing. So anytime something doesn't work out, Spirit is saying that this is a chance for you to cleanse your energy, pick yourself back up, and be grateful for the fact that you can try again. And believe me, I know it's easier said than done, but this is just what Spirit wants to tell you today. So staying grounded, staying centered, so that you can think about, what's the next step? How do I move forward? And also having compassion for yourself. Being easy on yourself, taking it easy on yourself, and taking care of yourself, taking care of your mental health, of your physical health, not letting stress take you down and keep you down. Voyage of the heart, love flows through you and to you. Now, to me, this means, like, don't give up, because everything that you want is coming to you. It could even be divine timing, where things haven't completely lined up yet. So don't give up. Don't give up. Stay strong. I think for some reason this lifetime is supposed to make you really, really, really strong, even though that's really a very difficult lesson to go through. That seems to be part of your lesson, because especially with centering and cleansing and having compassion for yourself and your circumstances, and also having gratitude, because it's extremely difficult to have gratitude when you feel like this, right? But being able to combine these two creates such a strong person, and it creates somebody who's not going to give up, someone who's going to keep trying. Let's look at your tarot cards now. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 2? What lessons is pile number 2 supposed to learn in this lifetime? The Ace of Swords, looking at things differently. having another idea. So when something doesn't work out, why didn't it work out? Let's get another idea going. Not letting that cloud your thoughts, right? Because you're going to center, you're going to cleanse your energy, and then you're going to go after what it is that you want. So not letting it take you down, and having faith that another idea, another situation will be presented to you, because you have amazing, amazing ideas, amazing things that you want to do and things that you will do. It's just sometimes you need a different perspective. You need to cut away things that weren't meant for your journey. And not forgetting that you still have what it takes. Remember that you have these wings here. So not forgetting that you will fly. You will. It's just going to take persistence, strength, and this attitude of never, ever, ever giving up on your dreams. We have the Five of Wands. So here with the Five of Wands, so I get a few things here. This is looking at things differently. This is looking at all perspectives. What is it that you've missed? This is doing these things amongst chaos. When you're feeling like, why is this happening again? Why do I have to keep trying? Why am I trying so hard and it's not happening? Well, have you looked at everything? Have you listened to everything? Is there something that you're not seeing? Why it's not working for you? And also here, I'm also getting that don't get mad at yourself because it's not working. You need to keep trying, because a new idea will come to you. You just need to kind of calm the energy, because the Five of Wands can be a little bit of a chaotic energy where usually there's more people on the card, and so it's like, and a lot of times people are kind of arguing and fighting, but nobody's listening. So there's like something that could be missing, something that you're not seeing, something that you're not allowing yourself to see because you're so caught up in your own emotions. And so by centering and cleansing these emotions, that's when you'll have clearer thought and a clearer vision, which is the Ace of Swords. And then we have the Four of Wands, and that's when you have celebration, because things make sense. Then you can move forward, and you're moving forward with a stronger foundation. You're moving forward with all the pieces of the puzzle lined up for you. And then things just kind of flow easier. And then it's much easier to have that gratitude that we talked about here. So see, the Four of Wands, you're here. Love flows through you and to you. And you get here because when you have a change of plans, you don't let it take you down. The Emperor, exactly. When you have a change of plans, you don't let it take you down. You become the Ace of Swords, where you start, you're strong. You have a strong vision. Okay, keep trying. And then you become the Emperor, where you have built your empire. You have, the Emperor is someone who's very, very strong, someone who's stubborn, someone who's going to make things happen no matter what, because you kept trying. Do you think the Emperor built all these buildings and drew up the like architectural design just in one sitting? No. They probably had to erase things, add things, delete things, fix things to get to this point. So this is all about you not giving up. The universe wants you to be successful. So don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your ideas. The King of Coins, the King of Pentacles. This is success. This is someone who is the Emperor over and over and over again. This is someone who has created everything that they've wanted. This is someone who has abundance. This is someone who didn't give up when things didn't work out. So the Emperor and the King of Coins together is an amazingly powerful, strong energy. Remember I talked about, unfortunately, it seems like you might be going through really difficult situations in your life where you just want to give up, but that is part of your lesson. And it's because it's making you so, so, so strong that nothing's going to take you down, just like the Emperor and the King of Coins, the King of Pentacles. Nothing's going to take these two down. They went through so many difficulties to get to where they are, but now they've reached that abundance. And because what they went through before, this abundance means that much more to them. And then that's when you're going to have even more gratitude for everything that you've gone through. You have the Chariot. Yeah, the Chariot too. The Chariot is someone who's been through a lot of different difficult circumstances. Someone who didn't let the clouds take them down. Someone who believed that the sun would shine again. And I know that sounds kind of like ridiculous, but it's literally true. It's like not giving up and becoming so much stronger, so much stronger. And actually what I see here is that you become so strong because you picked yourself up here when you didn't want to. See, it's not that you can't, it's that sometimes you feel like you don't want to. Like, I've been in this position multiple times and I'm done. I don't want to do it again. But you still have the wings here. And so it's being brave and trying again, not giving up. And that's how you become like just amazingly strong. And then difficulties after this point become much easier to deal with, because then you have such an intense strength about you that you're looking at things differently. It's like you have, all of a sudden you have like this different perspective on things. And it's like you can figure things out a lot quicker, a lot easier, and it's not as painful and difficult as it has been on you. We have the Justice card. Let me move these up a little bit so you can see. With the Justice card, this is things becoming more balanced for you, but it's interesting that it's right below the Ace of Swords, because the Ace of Swords, to me, and also the Justice card, can mean cutting things out of your life that are no longer working. Being strong enough to let go of things that are not working. And lifting yourself up here and keep trying. So this is another thing I get here, is just this amazing sense of clarity, of seeing things differently. Remember here with these three cards here where I said that once you get to this point, things become easier because you kind of know how to look at things differently. Like, look at this person here, this Emperor is like, you know what? I made it through all the hardships of trying to build all of these buildings back here. I've learned a lot. I know, you know, that I'm going to have difficulties building the next building, but now I know how to work through those because I've done this before, right? So seeing things differently, looking at things, it's just like this clearer, this energy has been lifted from it. Because I think once you reach a certain level of success, then you're going to understand that you can do it, that you can work through the difficulties. You're going to be so glad that you didn't give up, that that in itself is going to inspire you, and you're going to kind of be like, okay, come on, next challenge, let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready for the next thing. Okay, then we have the World card. Yeah, what I was just saying, I'm ready for the next thing. Let's do it. And you're going to be so inspired and just so strong that nothing's going to even be able to threaten to take you down like it did before. And then keep trying won't even be a question. To keep trying will not be a question for you. You're just going to be like, okay, I'm ready. And there's a lot of celebration here. And I really feel like with the world here, whatever it is that you're trying to do is literally going to be so much bigger than you're imagining right now. And part of the reason for that is because of delays or setbacks. It's like, even though the universe has really strange ways of making things work out perfectly, because a lot of times that can cause a lot of stress and tears and, just discomfort along the way. But sometimes that's the only way that the universe can get us to that point of even greater abundance. Unfortunately, it has to be that way sometimes. But, if anybody can figure that out, let me know. Okay, then we have the Three of Wands. So this is all of your effort coming back to you. All of your strength, all of the effort that you put into this and figuring things out, not giving up, moving forward. This is you sitting there saying, I did it. Now I'm ready to reap the rewards. And you will. You have the Four of Wands right above the Three of Wands. So it's going to happen for you. You just need to have faith and believe that it will work out for you. The Judgment card. So the Judgment card, to me, it really is so interesting that this came up with your reading here, because the Judgment card in some readings, in some circumstances, to me, means somebody who was literally about to give up. Because in the traditional deck, it's like people rising up from being in a coffin. So it's like rising up from this card right here. And this is like being given a second chance. This is figuring things out. This is you literally taking all of the strength that you could possibly have and rising up and taking that second chance, trying things again and being rewarded for it. The universe literally saying, see, look at your two cards here. Do you see what I'm seeing here? So you have to remember, in the traditional tarot deck, the Judgment card is the card where the people are kind of rising out of the coffins. And there is like this little angel spirit guide up here. Do you see it here? Do you see how I'm seeing these similarities? Because here you are laying down, wanting to give up. And that's exactly what the people were doing in the Judgment card before we get to this point. And there's an angel spirit guide saying, please don't give up. Please don't give up. It's going to happen for you. You just need faith and strength. And so it's really like, for you, it's having this strength and this fortitude to keep moving forward through difficulties. The Empress. And then you get exactly what you want. I mean, look, you have the Empress here and you have the King of Coins. So first of all, the Empress in this card is pregnant. And then, so this can literally mean a pregnancy, or it can mean that you are like metaphorically about to give birth to what it is that you've been trying to accomplish. Whatever it is here in this card, that Spirit is telling you, don't give up. And the reason why you're going to accomplish everything is because of the Judgment card here, where you stood up against difficulties. You still got up in the morning and you said, you know what, I'm going to try again. I'm not going to give up. And the way that you did that is because you kept yourself centered, you cleansed your energy, and you kept moving forward toward your dreams. It's going to happen for you. The Empress is like having everything that you want, having everything that you've dreamed of. And it's right below the King of Coins, which is basically the same energy of working really, really, really hard for everything that you've wanted and getting everything that you've wanted. Okay. Wow. The Nine of Cups is your last card. The Nine of Cups is your dreams coming true, your wishes coming true, everything that you wanted, everything that you are manifesting, everything that you desire coming true. And feeling happy, feeling fulfilled, a sense of abundance, happiness, fulfillment, being so grateful that you did not give up, that you stood back up and you went after what you want. This is literally, this is even more abundance than you were hoping for or that you were striving for. This is achieving. See, this right here sums up everything perfectly. The reason why there's delays, the reason why you've had difficulties along the way is because the universe is guiding you towards something that is so much bigger than you were dreaming of. So the universe has a plan for you. It's going to work out as long as you don't give up. And that is one of your biggest lessons in this lifetime. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can always click the bell to be notified of future videos if you would like. And if you ever want to book a private reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, pile number 3. You have the Apatite stone and you have no expectations with the panther here and the key. So what I see here is that when you're going after what you want, don't have expectation, like don't have a very rigid set of expectations for how something is going to work or how to go about achieving that goal. Because there could be a different way that will be better, but if you limit yourself to just one way, let's say that you have this idea to do something and you write out a plan and you will not deviate from that plan no matter what. And what Spirit is saying here is that sometimes there's a better way. So sometimes there's a different path that will take you to a greater place than you could have reached if you would have just gone with the original plan. Because sometimes we can get so stuck in the details of it has to work this way. This is the only way, that we don't let kind of Spirit in our lives to help guide us along the way. Because we want to just stay in control. And, you know, the thing I see here is that you can open this door by using your hand to open the door, or you can use the key to open the door. So there's two ways of doing things. It doesn't necessarily have to be only one way. And it's like you still go up the stairs, but when you get to the door, it's like using the key or just opening it with your hand can lead to two different situations, two different scenarios, and one might be better than the other. So far, I'm seeing that to let go of a little bit of control is one of the lessons that you're meant to learn in this life. Yeah, let's see what else we can find out for you. What else can you tell us for pile number 3, please? What lessons is pile number 3 meant to learn in this life? Union. Oh, yeah. Union of ideas. That there might not be just one idea that will work, right? What if you use the key and you use your hand to open the door, right? So what if you do these two things? So also, oh, you know what I get here? It's a union of your ideas combined with the universe helping to guide you along the way. That's what this is. So, remember I talked about how you have this plan here and you won't deviate from it at all. So this is telling me that definitely the universe knows certain things that you don't know. And for some of you, that may be difficult to hear, because I feel like for some of you in this pile, you have to be in control of all the details. You have to be in control of everything. You have to, if you don't, you feel uncomfortable. But what the universe is saying here is to try not to feel so uncomfortable by letting things just kind of flow as they will, instead of trying to control everything. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 3? Abundance, yes. So by doing that, by taking control, but still allowing the universe to help guide you. Okay, you're not giving 100% control over to the universe, but you're letting the universe guide you a little bit. You're not as stuck in your ways. You can allow a little bit of control to go to the universe. And that's how you're going to find your abundance. That's how you're going to find greater abundance than you would have if you just went forward. So let's say, like, if things have to be done by this certain point in time, they have to, no matter what. But the universe is over here saying, well, you know what, if you wait a few extra days or an extra week or a month or whatever it is, an hour even, abundance is going to just blossom so much quicker in your life. And you're like, no, I can't deviate from my plan. Then you could really miss out on, it's like extra abundance is what I'm seeing. Okay, let's look at your other oracle cards. What else do you want to say to pile number 3? What lessons are they meant to learn in this lifetime? Fellow travelers, support is all around you. Yes, this takes me back to the Union card. Your spirit guides are trying to help you. Your spirit guides are not going to steer you in the wrong direction. That's why they're your spirit guides. They're on your side. All you have to do is let them in. So loosen the reins just a little bit so that they can help you. What else for pile number 3? Begin now, take your first step. It's interesting that we have take your first step and we have the steps here. So, oh, you know what I just got? That this is referring to you taking your first step and allowing the universe to guide you. Yeah, so I really feel for this pile that there may have been circumstances in your life that were completely out of your control, maybe when you were growing up or even as an adult, but that's really kind of molded who you are, and that you have to be in control of absolutely everything. Otherwise, you feel like your life is going to spiral and you're not going to be able to reel it back in. Spirit is saying that's not going to happen here. Those circumstances are not here now, and to allow the universe to try to help guide you. You see, you're going to follow your path here, but you're never going to be alone. There's 2 people here. There's someone here. The animal's here. You're going to be guided along your journey. You're not going to be left alone. Okay, let's look at your tarot cards and see what else we can find out for you. Okay, for pile number 3, what lessons are they meant to learn in this lifetime? So I just got having faith in letting go of control. What does that mean? Trusting. Well, just trusting that the universe has your back and having faith that they will guide you on your journey. The Queen of Wands. So I feel like what you need to bring into your goals and your plans moving forward is a little bit of intuition. I feel like for some of you, you're very logic based. And it's like, but my plan is based on logic. I can see this, I can see this, I can see this. But you cannot see or touch intuition or your spirit guides. And so that makes you feel uncomfortable. And with the Queen of Wands here, it's like bringing in a little bit of creativity, a little bit of intuition, instead of being so logic, stringent, kind of mathematically based. And we have the Nine of Cups. Yeah. And so it's like by doing that, by being a little more flexible and understanding that, because here with the sunflower makes me think of the universe kind of helping to guide you, the universe shining a light on you, kind of like the rainbow here. And by doing that, you reach this level of success, this level of abundance. It's like your dreams are coming true, but it's like bigger than you expected before. It's you kind of sitting back saying, wow, I expected to achieve a level of success, but I didn't realize the levels that I was going to go to. These are two extremely successful cards, very, very successful. So what this is telling me is that if you let go of a little bit of control, you're still going to reach exactly what you want. Or maybe not exactly what you want. It might be slightly different, but the outcome is better. So it's like having faith in the unseen, having faith in just your intuition instead of like equations, like mathematical equations for the way that things have worked before or how something will work out. If 1 + 1 = 2, and you can write that on paper and you can see that, well, can't 1 + 1 also equal 2 in the spirit world? Does that make sense? It's like letting go of a little bit of that need to see concrete things and more listen to your intuition and your feelings. And we have the Knight of Swords. This is where we see more of that concrete thinking of, I'm going forward, I have a plan, you're not going to get in my way, this is where I'm going. However, with the Knight of Swords, you see how the trees are leaning forward because the movement is so fast? The Knight of Swords can sometimes move so quickly forward that they can miss certain things. And the things that you would be missing here is that intuition, is the universe trying to guide you forward, so that you can not only fix problems before they even happen or right as they happen, but you will also be guided to this level of abundance that you wouldn't reach here. So it's also about slowing things down just a hair and just kind of listening to the universe. Because yes, you're still going to be successful going about things this way, but what if you could be even more successful? It's like believing in the unseen, believing in what you can't see. We have the Tower card. Also, another lesson that I'm seeing here is not being afraid of doing things differently. It's almost like you have a fear of, if I don't follow this plan that I have laid out, it's not gonna work. And kind of just blindly getting through problems, blindly just like bursting through the door, and almost sometimes trying to force something to happen just because that was your original plan. Remember when I told you, like, writing something down and it has to go this way no matter what? And trying to force it to work because you wrote that plan. But what I'm seeing here with the Tower card is that by doing that, the universe might want to tear down that plan because you didn't have like this solid foundation. Like you didn't take enough time to think of other possibilities, like what I was talking about in the Knight of Swords. And because of that, the universe can see ahead while you can't. So the universe can see what's on the other side of this door if you go forward like this. And the universe can also see what's on the other side of the door if you slow down a little bit. And so I see that part of the lesson is to slow down a little bit, even though that's very uncomfortable for you. And because what I'm seeing here with these two cards together is that sometimes you may have a feeling that, you know what, I don't know that this is really going to work out perfectly, but this is the plan I had, so I'm just going to go forward. I can't even think about this happening right now. So then you go forward, and after you put in all this time and effort, then all of a sudden it kind of crumbles. Your idea crumbles. And then looking back, you say, oh, well, I was hoping that that wouldn't happen, but I had an idea that it might. That's the lesson. Spirit's trying to prevent this so that you can just go from the idea to abundance instead of dealing with the Tower here. We have the Lover's card. Yes, because there is something greater meant for you, but there's also a sacrifice, and the sacrifice is you giving up a little bit of control. But then you bypass the Tower card, and then you have your abundance. You have this perfect fit, this perfect unity of what it is that you're trying to achieve here. And we have, yes, I love this. And we have the King of Swords. So here, do you see how the trees are different here than they are in the Knight of Swords? Because the Knight of Swords is just going forward and just cannot like slow down. But here, the King of Swords has slowed down. This is someone who has learned that doing it this way is not the best way, because things can crumble, because the plan might not be perfect, and you might know it's not perfect, but you still have to go forward because you created the plan. It's kind of like an ego thing, like, well, I created the plan, I can't give up on it, I can't change it. But if you let go of a little bit of that ego, things are going to work out so much better. And so here, there's a greater transformation. It actually happens quicker when you slow down than it does when you're going, 1,000 miles an hour here. And so things are calmer here. Here you can think about things with a much clearer vision. It's a very, very logical person, a very logical thought process. But to me, the King of Swords also shows a balance of intuition and logic. Probably more logic than intuition, but so there's like, let's say maybe 90% logic and 10% intuition. So just allowing just a little touch of intuition, a little touch of the universe talking to you, a little bit of spirit guides guiding you, right? Not too much so that it makes you feel uncomfortable, but just a dash of that, combined with your logical personality. And we have the Six of Pentacles. And let me move these up a hair here. And this is exactly what I was just saying. There's a balance here. So there's a balance of two things here. And what I see that being is what I just talked about with the King of Swords, having just a little dash of intuition, and then you can take the rest of your logical thinking and move forward, and then things balance out perfectly for you. So I think that's really kind of part of your lesson, is to let a little piece of intuition into your ego. Like it doesn't have to be black and white. It can be a little bit gray moving forward, and then that makes things so much easier for you. It's like here, I feel like you may not want to listen to the universe because you feel like you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing and you don't want to listen to anybody else, including your spirit guides. And so it's like kind of balancing your thoughts with the universe's thoughts. Does that make sense? We have the Death card. The Death card and the Tower card. Sometimes the universe knows more than you do. And going forward blindly into a situation, sometimes the universe knows that it's not going to be so great for you. The universe knows a better path for you, and the universe is going to try to guide you on that path. And so Spirit is saying, just try to let the universe guide you so that you don't have a tower moment when things really don't work out and kind of come crumbling down and then you have to start all over again. It would be so much easier if you could just balance the two, just a little dash of that intuition, a little dash of the universe guiding you. We have the Seven of Cups. Yes, because things aren't always what they seem. Things aren't always what they say they are, right? Remember I talked about the Knight of Swords, how you're going 1,000 miles an hour so fast with a plan that you're not looking at the details of certain things. And by doing that, you could run into a tornado, which is going to create the tower effect. So by slowing down just a touch, I mean, the King of Swords is so successful, but they got that way because they slowed down a little bit. And by slowing down, you can see all of the options. You can see everything that's on the path ahead, which you can't see if you're going so fast. We have the King of Wands. Again, this is another problem-solving card. This is a very fast-moving, like the wands are very fast-moving, and so are the swords. But it's like allowing that transformation a little bit of leeway, right? Where maybe you want it to happen in 7 days, in a week. And the universe is trying to tell you, but if you allow it to take 9 days, it's going to turn out so much better, and you don't have to go through this tower moment here. So it's like easing up on your expectations just a little bit, because it's like by doing that, you're going to see greater transformation, faster transformation, and more abundance. We have the two. Do you see this? The Two of Cups is right below the Lovers card. This is really cool. It's like what I just said, greater abundance, things working better, things coming into your life with ease. Things just become easier for you. It's like for some reason you think if you go very, very quickly and bypass potential problems, that those problems aren't going to show up later on. But by slowing down, you can determine what will work versus what won't work much, much, much easier and much sooner than you would here with the Tower card. And then things just start to flow so much easier, so much easier. So if things are like, you're going forward, just going quickly, it's going quickly, and then all of a sudden you come to this dead stop on your plan. That's not necessarily going to happen by allowing the universe to come in and guide you just a little bit. Remember, that's what the Union card was talking about. It doesn't have to be a lot. Remember here, I said just 10% and 90% of your logical brain can take the rest. You are going to be successful, because even if you have the Tower moment, you would still rebuild, you would still fix it, but you might come upon problems where it takes longer again than it would if you just allow things to just go a little bit according to the universe, opposed to this plan that you have written in stone. Then we have, this is the Ten of Swords, but in this deck there's two Ten of Swords, and this one is everything is fine. And this is very fitting, okay, because it says everything is fine. In the normal Ten of Swords, this person doesn't think everything is fine. And to me, this really represents you thinking that if you deviate from your plan, this person's holding a cell phone. And to me, with the story that we're seeing here, they're kind of looking at the plan that they had and that plan not working according to plan and feeling like devastated, right? Or giving up a little bit of control. That, like, this kind of, to me, represents how you would feel giving up 10% of control in a situation. For some reason, it's like you can't handle it. You feel like that would be devastating. You don't know how to deal with that type of situation. By just giving up 10% of control and listening to the universe, that 10%, you still have 90% control that we talked about in the King of Swords. And so with everything is fine, this is literally the universe telling you that everything's going to be fine. Everything is going to work out. It's not going to kill you to do that. It's not going to kill you to let go of your very, very strict expectations. So does that make sense? It's like the universe, the lesson that they're telling me, that they're showing me, is that learning that bringing your intuition in just a smidge is not going to harm you. It's actually going to help you with the Two of Cups and the Lovers here. So I hope that made sense. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can always click on the bell to be notified of future videos. And if you would ever like to get a private reading from me, you can do that on my website, which is listed in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching.